Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to June. The summer's here in Arizona. It's sweltering hot and the fishing is good. June's a great month to fish, so got a good fishing report for you guys. We're going to talk about what is going on currently at the lakes, what I think is going to be unfolding as we move through the month, and how to catch them, conditions of the lakes, all that stuff. So should be a good report. Before we get into that, as always, this video is brought to you by Hatch Toyota and Signature Gate Systems. If you guys are in the market for any type of vehicle, whether it's a Tundra, Tacoma, a car, make sure you give those guys at Hatch Toyota a look. And Signature Gate Systems, if you're someone that runs an HOA, works with an HOA, needs automatic work on your automatic gates, needs an automatic gate, check those guys out. The owner, Kevin Finley, is a local fisherman, great guy, and they're a great company, do good work. So to dive right into the fishing, fishing's been good. Like I said, overall, I would say it's one of the better months of the year to be fishing. When you fish in June, you've got most of the fish making their way out into the deeper water towards the main lake of all these lakes. Are there still fish shallow? Yes. This year, are there more fish shallow than usual at this time of year? Yeah, I'd say so. And I couldn't really point out why. It's kind of interesting because it's not been like an unseasonably cool start to the summer. In fact, as I'm doing this video, it's 112 degrees right now. But on a lot of the lakes, a lot of fish have stayed shallower longer than normal. Every year is different. I couldn't tell you why, but guys at Roosevelt right now are still catching fish, throwing top waters and flipping and frogging and throwing spinner baits. And Saguaro, we've been catching them shallow all the way up till now. So kind of odd, but there are plenty of fish that have made their way out to their offshore stuff. But it's been an interesting season up till this point because you've had options, and you'll continue to have options. But really, I would say June, super consistent fishing month. We'll talk next month about how the monsoons affect the fishing. I don't think we're going to see any monsoons until we get into July, and that's a good thing for the fishing. The fishing is better when the weather is stable. Monsoon activity is unstable weather, so that will change the fishing, and we're not there yet. So it's a good stable time of year to get out. If you go catch fish this weekend doing something, there's a good chance next weekend you can go to the same places and do the same thing and probably catch them. Whereas like a lot of other times of the year, other seasons, it's not necessarily like that. A week is a long time in the fishing world. A lot can change. But June, one of the most stable months. And, if you catch them this weekend, you'll probably catch them next weekend. So starting at the lakes, Lake Pleasant, 89% full right now. It's 10 feet below full pool. You can go out there right now, especially early in the morning, and catch some topwater fish. Throwing a walking bait. You could throw a soft jerk bait, a small swim bait. Catch some fish on reaction. And then as the sun gets up, gets higher, you're going to want to get out on that main lake stuff, the points, the humps, the rock piles, the breaks, that type of stuff, the sides of the ditches, and slow it down. A drop shot, a Carolina rig, a free rig, a Texas rig, a jig. Any of those things will work. I'm a big drop shotter. I love to throw the drop shot on that lake. The Berkeley flatworm is a really good bait on that lake for drop shotting. So if you're going to go try that, that's a great worm to go do it with. Green pumpkin would be my color of choice. But Pleasant, it's a good time to go. The river will be closing really, really soon. So, it's your last opportunity to get out. I'm sorry, it's going to be opening really, really soon. I'm all crossed up here. The river's going to be opening really, really soon. So, be on the lookout for that. It's either June 15th or July 15th. I think it's June 15th. But make sure you look it up online. I should have that in front of me here. But when that opens, it's like opening a whole new can of worms for that lake. Anytime that river's open, I'm paying attention to it. I'm contemplating fishing up there when I go up there. So be on the lookout for that river opening up. And if it is open, get up there. Roosevelt, 94% full. It's only 6 feet down. It's holding a lot of water still, and like I said, fishing's been really good. They had a couple tournaments up there last weekend. The weights were good. I mean, really good. Guys caught a lot of fish, doing a lot of different things. Pick your poison out there right now. You know, if you want to fish shallow, you can get up into the river end and fish shallow. Even some main lake stuff, throwing topwater, throwing frogs, spinner baits, hard jerk baits, soft jerk baits. Pick your poison. As we move a little bit further into the heat of the summer, more and more fish are going to be wanting to go deep. You're going to catch them on the main lake stuff, dragging something, throwing a crankbait, throwing a spoon. You know, a couple really good baits for me on that lake. A deep crankbait. This is the new Dime 15 from Berkeley. This is the Hitworm Magnum. I talked about the fatty bottom hopper last time. This is a real similar deal. I throw this on a big shaky head and throw it like a jig on heavy line. I'm going to be giving this stuff away along with the signed Hercules Tires hat this week. I do want to say the last two winners I've not heard from you. So, and if you haven't watched the video, you wouldn't know that you won. So make sure that you watch the last two fishing reports. You might have been the winner. I announced the winners in the previous two reports. I've got boxes full of stuff to send to those guys, but I haven't heard from them. So I'm going to, I actually picked a winner. Sorry guys, I'm a little discombobulated here. It's so hot in the garage. But so last winners from the last 2 months, reach out to me. I'll send you your tackle. azangler@gmail.com, all lowercase, azangler@gmail.com. That's how you can get a hold of me. Send me your address, and I'll send you your package. Last month's winner, Need Mo Fishing 5765. Need Mo Fishing 5765. You're the winner from last month. So I'm just announcing that now. Send me an email, azangler@gmail.com. I'll send you that. And like I said, drop a comment below this video. Let me know what's been going on with the fishing in your neck of the woods, in your part of the state. And you're going to be entered to win this, the crankbait, the worms, and the hat. So anyways, all that mumbo jumbo, let's move on to Bartlett Lake. It's 66% full right now. It's about 24 feet down. You know, great time to get out there and throw topwater, throw crankbaits. Again, it's kind of a similar, same type of thing, but reaction early, and then later in the day, go deep. You know, fish the main lake islands, fish the main lake points, rock piles, drop shot, jig. You could throw a deep crankbait for sure, but and then keep your eye out for shad activity. You'll get, this time of year, you will get fish chasing shad over open water this time of year. So always have that top water on the deck on that lake and be ready to throw if you see some boils. Saguaro's been good. Not crazy numbers, but really good size. You know, last couple trips I had out there, we caught some real big ones. You know, same old stuff. You know, fishing slow. Fishing slow is the thing on that lake. It's, you're either, you know, you're throwing a deep crankbait or you are dragging something, whether that's a drop shot or a Carolina rig. But fish slow, those are lazy fish in that lake for the most part. And you can get them to react to something, but typically it's not going to be the best topwater lake in the state. You're better off going slow, fishing something on the bottom, whether you're fishing the flats, the bluffs, the points, but fish that summer stuff and get your bait on the bottom and fish like that. Canyon's the same way. Sometimes you can run up in the river this time of year at Canyon and find something cool. It's worth doing. I haven't been up there personally to try it, but Canyon's the big hit or miss lake. You know, it's, you hear it all the time. It's a hero or zero lake. You can go there and catch a few giant fish, or you can go there and absolutely struggle. So fish Canyon at your own risk, but the rewards can be really good. And I always say if Saguaro's good, Canyon's good too. So it's worth running up there if you're looking for something different. And the real sleeper lately that has really come on, apparently, is Apache. I personally haven't been on Apache in a little bit, but I've heard a couple really good reports. It might be worth the run up there. It really might. The lake had some serious algae problems up until this point, but obviously they're probably doing better. There's some releases coming out of Roosevelt, and the fish are probably waking up at Apache. You're going to have it to yourself. And even we're talking about it here, it's a dirt road. It's 2.5 hours from Phoenix. You're not going to have a bunch of guys going and beating that lake up. So give it a shot if you're looking for something different. If you do go there this time of year, you know, fish are going to be on the steep stuff. They're going to be on the points. They're going to be on the deep flats. Typical summertime stuff, close to the main current, close to the main channel. Drop shot, jig, Texas rig, deep crankbait, kind of the same stuff we've been talking about on all these lakes. The Hitworm Magnum, the Dime 15 would be great choices up there as well. So, did fish a tournament at Havasu last month, it was pretty interesting to see. I hadn't fished Havasu a ton in like late May, and it was hot. It was hot out there, and fishing was pretty good. I ended up having a fairly solid finish in the one bass tournament. Caught most of my fish on a drop shot rig, fishing out deep, fishing deep structure, whether that was grass lines or structures, habitats, stuff like that. But I caught most of my fish doing that. It was ultimately one shallow. There's a lot of grass. Like, the grass is really growing quick out there right now. I'm sure it's matted out big time. If you're there, you're going to want to be close to the main current. You know, it's all about the river this time of year. Get close to the main river current. Whether you're in the river or you're fishing the main lake near where there's some current coming by, you need to be around that current. It's getting hot. You need current. So, anyways, appreciate you guys tuning in. Again, make sure that you check out Hatch Toyota Signature Gates and Welding if you guys are in the market for any of their services. And if you haven't watched the last couple reports, go back and watch. You might be the winner of the baits. Need Mo Fishing 5765. You're the winner of this stuff. Send me an email, azangler@gmail.com.